Hi my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I have another tutorial for you that uses the tree rings stamp set, which is some big old stamp. It is this big. So what's the measurements on it? Let me give you the measurements on it. It measures 5 3/4 inches by 4 5/8 inches, which in metric is 14.7 by 11.8. So a big old stamp. It fits on an F block, or you can purchase it with a wood mount. If you purchase it clear mount, it just comes like this, and you can place it on one of these large F blocks. Gives it a good firm base to stamp on. So that's what we're using today, and I've also used the leaf from here, and this is what we're going to make. It's like a little fold flat treat box, and it's got You Make Me Smile, which comes from this stamp set called Colourful Seasons. Love it. And I've die cut these two leaves out in Peekaboo Peach and Cherry Cobbler, and I've gold embossed a little leaf and coloured it in. This is some shimmer paper which is suitable for watercolouring, so I gold embossed it and then did a bit of watercolouring on it, just to blend it in with my box. So that's what we're going to make. Inside it holds a little treat of a chocolate bar, and it opens both ends, so when it's not in use it will fold flat. So if we open up our ends, take out our chocolate bar, then you will see that it will fold flat for storage, and then make up when you want it. So I think that's a cute little box. You could make them for Christmas if you wanted to. Give them as table favours, make them for craft fairs. Lots of ideas that you can do with these, but they're just gorgeous for treats at any time, maybe for Halloween, things like that. So let's get on and make that today. And we're going to start off by using our big old stamp called Tree Rings, and we are going to ink that up, and I am going to show you how you can stamp this onto a bigger sheet of card and make your own DSP with this, and I'll show you how to do that. So we need a little pencil, if I can find one. Right then, so we start off, and I've got Cherry Cobbler ink, and we're going to take the ink to the block because it's so big. And then we need a piece of scrap paper, which Sandra will get, and I'm going to get a block. So we've inked it up, nice inked up. Take our card, lay our piece of card about in the middle, try and keep it as straight as you can on there. Place your piece of scrap paper over and rub all over to get your impression. Make sure you go all over the stamp. So that's that. And before you take it off, you need to just do a little pencil mark at either end, which will tell you where your stamp ended. So take that off, and you've revealed that gorgeous look there. Isn't that wonderful? So now you're going to ink it up again, your Tree Rings stamp. Like that. Now you're going to see your little pencil marks either end. Lay it over as you go, maybe start from the end you can see the best, press that down and then press that on there. Piece of paper on, because we don't want to get messy. Run that over. Like that. Take that off. Lift. And there you have it. You've made your paper and it all looks like one. So let's move that big old stamp to one side and put that away. And now we are going to do our scoring on our scoreboard. Clever. Right then, so this piece of very vanilla cardstock measures 7.5 by 5.25, and we're going to score it on the long side at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 6 inches and 7 inches. Turn it to the short side and we are going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 7/8 inches and 3 7/8 inches, and that's our scoring done. So we'll put that away. Now we're going to do some folding and burnishing. So that's our scoring and our burnishing. So now what we're going to do, I've got a pencil here. Let me pull you down slightly a bit more so that you can see what I'm up to. So now you can see that we've got exactly the same measurements at both ends, because this is fold flat, so the measurements are the same at both ends. And then you've got a slightly wider part here, narrow part, wider part, narrow part, and then you've got a 1/2 inch edge there, which is what we stick down. So now we're going to get rid of these 3 pieces around the corners on all 4 of the sides, no, on the top ones. So we're going to get rid of those, and then we're going to get rid of this one and this one, and we just keep this one, and we're going to get rid of that and that. So now we're going to get our scissors and we're going to cut that away. And then we're going to cut those away, and now we're going to cut up to that second level, and then we're going to wedge in as we usually do on our tabs. Just see, I don't think we need this part here. No, we don't need this part here either. So that goes around like that and in like that. So that's what you should have on that side. So we're going to mirror that on this side. So cut these corners off. and cut down and notch out. And notch this in. Right then, so let's get rid of those pieces. Right, that is what you will have left. So this is your 1/2 inch strip here for sticking it down, and then you've got your 2 tabs there and no tabs there. So that's what you should be left with. And then these little ends here, we are going to use the corner rounder punch. Because we're going to have some nice corners. That's it. So that's our corners done. And just trim that up there, that's a bit messy for some unknown reason. Right, get rid of those bits, and that is what we are now left with. So we are going to put some glue. So this doesn't need a lot of glue, this box, because this little 1/2 inch strip is the only thing that gets glued. So it's very economical on your glue, which we like to hear, especially if we're making a lot. And then pull that up to meet that and press that down. And then just rub that along with your bone folder to make sure that that's good and secure. So while that's drying, we're going to get on with our sentiment. So I've got a little strip of Very Vanilla here, which measures 5 1/4 by 3/4 for the sentiment. And we are going to get the stamp set, and we are going to prep up You Make Me Smile. Because let's face it, chocolate definitely makes you smile. So we're going to prep that up on our block like that, using cherry cobbler ink again, so just 1 ink as well. It's good news. So prep that up and stamp down. You Make Me Smile. Now I've already gone ahead and prepped up my, oh, I've got ink all over me. Well, that was well done, wasn't it, Sandra? Right. I've already gone ahead and prepped up my leaves, so I've got my little gold embossed one, which I've watercoloured. Give that a bit of movement with my fingers. And then I've got my little die cuts from the Colourful Seasons. I've used that one there, that die cut there, and die cut that with cherry cobbler and peekaboo peach. And then this leaf here, actually, I think I forgot to say, came from Vintage Leaves stamp set, and I just die cut that, stamped that and embossed it with gold and die cut that out. Then I've chopped some off here, and then chop a bit more off, and then I'm just going to do some tails. So you cut into the middle and then cut out to the sides. Do the same thing here. You can have your tails as long or as short as you want, like that. Get rid of those pieces. Oh, sorry, I think I bumped the tripod there. Right then, so back we are with our box. Now let's get our 1/2 inch punch because we want a little finger notch. Put that in and just punch out a little finger hole. That helps you to open it up and get your treat out. So close that up. Now inside these I have put double deckers and they are 40 grams. So they're just little treat bars that fit in here perfectly. Because I measured it, so in that goes. That's our little treat and our lovely wood paper. Doesn't that look so good? You just wouldn't think you'd stamp that yourself. It's just so good. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then I got my bone folder and I just pulled up and then pulled back so that I've got some movement in my little sentiment. And then we want some glue dots. Where's my glue dots gone? Here they are. Some glue dots. Going to put a glue dot on our little gold embossed leaf and then we're going to stick that down about here, and then we're going to put some glue dots on our leaves here, so one on there, and then I've just offset that onto that other big little area there, set that together. Then a glue dot on the back there and just glued that down like that. Gorgeous. And then on here I have used some dimensionals and we're just going to have a couple of dimensionals, one on one end and one on the other end like that. Take the backing off and lay that so that that sits flat on there, and keep it lifted up and press that down so that you've still got your little dimension going on there. Like it, love it. So that is our little treats made, and you can make hundreds of them, and you could even use any colour ink with your big tree rings stamp, and you could make well, all sorts of little things with this. Cards, anything. So is that gorgeous or what? So I hope you loved my project today, and if you need any crafting supplies, please pop over to Arty Paper Crafters, to my online shop. Please don't forget to use my hostess code to receive something extra lovely from me in the post at the end of the month. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's fantastic that I've now got just over 4,000 subscribers and I'm well pleased, so thank you very much. So it's bye for me now. All details, measurements will be on my blog if I didn't say so, and I'll see you in a couple of days. So bye for now. Bye.